Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. Albert Einstein. Good evening, everyone. Let's go straight to the point. Let's go ahead and get it to my desktop. Okay, so a couple of days ago during the super blood wolf moon eclipse, what I did was I tried taking pictures that night, and this is what I got. It's my folder. It's the 21st because it's not still on Eastern time, my camera. So I mean, it was really cloudy. I couldn't really get any good pictures, and this is probably the best picture right here, and I could digitally zoom it in a little bit, and that's about it. But one thing I did notice is that spot up there. Okay, and that spot up there is something that I, for some reason, why am I focusing on that? Because this is what I want to get into. Okay, so I took some pictures before on the 14th, just to check to see, just what is it? What's going? How is it looking before and how is it looking after? And you can see the video, the photos turned out really well because this was clear night. This is on my Nikon D7100 with the 55. It's an old camera that I got a long time ago. This is it. It's the with the Nikon DX55-300 millimeters. So zoomed out to 300 millimeters on a tripod. And I noticed that this is here, but I think there's another spot up there. I just have to look. The thing is, it wasn't a full moon, so I couldn't take a clear picture of it. So I took a picture on the 23rd, which was, I think, I don't know, days are flying by. Yesterday, I guess. It was in the morning, so you can see the differences in the resolution. Let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I don't know what it was about the full moon during that super blood wolf moon, but it was probably not a good shot, just because I don't know. But this is a good one. Of course, it's starting to wane, but the dark spot's over here. Now, when I was actually watching the live stream here, you can watch it here, is what I did was there was a live stream that Raw Story was doing, and what killed me was they'd have a great feed from Morocco, from Ouarzazate, Morocco, and you can go and watch this video as I was live streaming. And this was the moon. This is coming out of the eclipse, and I'm looking for that spot that I see, right? And same thing here. This was in Los Angeles, California, Griffith Observatory. I noticed that it was rotated. Okay. What I focus on is this spot, and what I did was I found a lid, plastic lid, right? Now, from my perspective, it was say something like this, right? Now, from LA, it was something like this, and then from Morocco, it was right here, that spot. Now, my friend Bo, he's in Seattle, Washington, and he sent me a couple of pictures from his phone and through his telescope. This is the best one, and his perspective was there. See, I'm focusing on that big crater that's at the edge, and I'm thinking, I never remember this happening. I didn't remember like a rolling moon. Okay, and so I was just confused. I'm perplexed. There's Olaf entered Deal. Sorry, I don't know what language that is. And Meatloaf, I've been taking recent interest in night photos as I've learned how to use pro mode on my phone. And Ryan Bannock, sub homie. Hey, how's it going, Ryan? Long time no see. Anyways, so I'm going. All right, let's play this out because if you don't know, I am a flat earther. So go ahead and leave if you don't want my perspective. But I take both theories into perspective, because if it's a globe Earth, right? Here's the thing. This is my perspective. Okay, this is where the moon's always at, with that crater, and I better show you a picture of that. Oh, I already have it open. Here it is. Okay, it's on the right. I know this is mirrored, so my left is your right, I think. Okay, so no matter what, if this is me in Nebraska, right, and this is the rotation of the Earth, if this is, I'm doing globe Earth right now. So when I'm able to see it, I have a different perspective. I mean, as it's rotating, whatever, around the Earth, and the Earth is spinning, right? Or of course, actually, it'd be something like this, something crazy, whatever. But whatever it is, that perspective, I should be able to, whatever angle that I'm coming from, seeing it, it's going to change. So if I'm seeing it from here, at the edge, it's going to look like this. If I see it straight on, it's going to look like this. Or if I see it like this, it's going to look like this. Because, of course, you can't see it, but this is how it is. But that doesn't make sense, because every time if I'm taking a picture of the moon, it's not rolling. It's always like this. And it's funny because I asked my wife this tonight. It's like, do you remember ever, like, just tell me about the moon. Does it rotate? Does it spin? And she goes, no, it doesn't. I don't think it spins. And I go, does it roll like this? You know, if that's a spot, the crater on the moon, does it roll? She goes, I don't really pay attention. It's like, you lived on the Earth for 40 years. You don't pay attention to the moon. You don't remember it. From what I remember, is it never did that. From like, it would always stay in a certain position, that crater, everywhere I looked. Hi, Eric. How's it going? So I'm thinking, is this a Mandela effect? I don't know. And I want to look, and I saw someone who did a video on it. His name is The Real Slim Brady. Where's his video on it? Oh, I can't find it. Anyways, I'll get back to that. But yeah, I gotta watch another video of his 50 minutes long. He says he explained it in a newer video, and I wanted to interview him. Hopefully he will talk. Now this is right here of the total super blood wolf moon eclipse from York, Pennsylvania. Okay, and it, see that crater that I'm talking about? It's something like that. So it's a different perspective. Now we're all watching the moon at the same time. And here's the weird thing. As I was live streaming this feed, and if you were watching this, you're watching the live stream, you would notice that there weren't many live streams going on of this event. Not only that, there wasn't a live stream from NASA, from the International Space Station. I mean, it's not like the two solar eclipses that happen a year. You know, sometimes there's the third or more, but this is a very rare lunar eclipse that happens every couple years, maybe even a decade or two. Okay. The NASA was not doing anything at all. And another thing is, the people who were filming this, the footage by time and date, raw story. Oh, you can't see it here because I cut off every time they went. Is they would just kind of flip the feed and show the Griffith Observatory, and they would put the Orzazate feed in the small corner, so I had to adjust the feed. And the thing is, it's like, come on, this is a rare thing. It's not like New Year's, where you're gonna look during New Year's, fireworks from all over the world. Mainstream media is playing it. Okay, now this thing, it's not even every year. It's every couple of years, maybe even a decade or two, and they don't even film it. And the thing is, people were capturing it pretty well with their own telescope. And just a small telescope and observatory. You didn't have big observatories live streaming this event either. So, okay, Ebon, the conspiracy theorist, maybe there's a conspiracy going on. I think it is. And I think they don't want people to pay attention and notice something like, hey, why is it a little rotated? And the first thing you're going to do is like, I don't know, it's a Mandela effect. Next thing is, okay, maybe the globe is flat. And the thing is, this model that I have, where this is me in Nebraska, right? And it's the Earth is spinning and the moon is you know, the always staying still, whatever. It doesn't add up. Now, because no matter what, this is a fixed position in Columbus, Nebraska, no matter how much it spins and it rotates around. You know, so the only other idea is this is think of this as flat Earth. On the top is me in Columbus, Nebraska. Now on top is the moon, and the model for it is the moon goes like this. The moon's not rotating. The moon's always in that constant position, so that makes sense. Now when you're in a different position, like say if you were right here, right, that would be where maybe Seattle was. Then the angle that you're looking at it from when it's at a certain position is going to be different. It's going to be, instead of like this, it's going to be slightly this, or it's going to be this if you're in the southern hemisphere. That's the only way it makes sense. Either it's in the Mandela effect with some wonky things going on that science hasn't explained, and if you Google search it, you're not going to find any results, or it's a flat Earth and they don't want live streams going on for lunar eclipses. Solar eclipses is fine because no one's going to look at the sun and notice any usual markings. And then, yeah, it can get deeper. Okay. Some people are saying like multi-tom-tom eclipses are not what you think. Yeah. Well, my latest thinking is the solar eclipses are very similar to the story of Rahu and something like that. I think there's a third body that's just weird, invisible. It's like a cloaked orbiting object or something. I don't know. It's just things just starting to get weird in this in this world, in this reality. But the thing is, even though I say I'm a flat earther, I don't stay as a flat earther. I still think of things in terms of a globe earth, things of a flat earth, and things of whatever. It could be just something weird, something out of this world. Some people, the thing is, a lot of flat earthers, once they become flat earthers, they stay as flat earthers. There's other conspiracy theorists that may go deeper. Some of them get very religious. Some of them start doing the what is it? Everyone is a clone, or everyone in Hollywood is an elite, like a trainee. I mean, they make a good case for it, but you know, we would never know. But I have to keep going deeper, and I think there's a lot of people who keep going deeper and just noticing things. It's just things stick in your head, and it won't go away. And then eventually you start going, okay, let's sit down, let's observe it, let's work on finding data elsewhere, and just imagine the model that it would have to be in order to fit the model. Otherwise, we won't know. So multi-tom-tom, play your vid. I will go ahead and find you after this video. So that's it for this segment. I'm gonna do another live stream just talking about another Mandela effect, I think. it's going to be talking about the doomsday clock. So if you want to watch it, go and stay on. The thing is, I remember the doomsday clock as being something different, not really a clock. It was more of like a alert level. I can't find it. I can't remember it, quite frankly. And I think all this Mandela effect, this residue of these memories or these past histories, it's I think it's slowly being peeled away. This reality, this apocalypse. The apocalypse means an unveiling. It doesn't mean the end of the world. So you know, rather than peel off all the layers all at once, you're gonna be a little bit shaken or go crazy. So I think, you know, a lot of this unveiling is done, peeled off layer by layer, and so that's what we're seeing. That's what we're experiencing. But it seems like a small number. It seems like a majority of the people, they don't care. They're doing their daily thing. I would call them brainwashed. I don't know. I don't like calling them that, but because I don't think they like hearing that. Anyways, please, if you have any thoughts on this episode of what this could be, as far as the rolling moon. But the thing is, it's not a rolling moon because it's not rolling from where I'm at. It's always stationary, right? No matter what, if I keep taking pictures day in, day out, the moon, that crater that I keep focusing on, is always going to be like this, right? But again, if you're looking at the moon from a different part of the planet, you're going to have different perspectives of the moon. And I never noticed that. Of course, my wife never even noticed that. We're what, 40? It's right above us. Hi Eric. Yeah. So I did get a Streamy. I think I'm restreaming on stream.me. So I've never checked. I will have to go and check. I should. But I just assumed that it's working. But yeah. All right. So that's the end. I'm gonna probably email Mark Sargent, ask him what he thinks, and then I'm gonna move on to my other work or my other investigations, whatever it is. Okay, I'll see you guys in a bit.